Sir, so recently government has taken back the 3 formulas, sir. Actually, those are giving good objectives and benefits to the farmer, but still the government has taken back step. So is it correct, sir?
That's the problem. In a democracy, ultimately public opinion is everything.
Yes, sir.
When you have two things, a government that did not prepare the ground adequately. I'm completely supportive of the formulas. Mine was the strongest voice in the country supporting formulas based on evidence. But when you don't prepare the ground in a messed up country, where for 70, 80 years socialist mumbo jumbo, all kinds of rubbish has penetrated our minds, makili battindi medallaki. So-called education, no education, nothing, bankam. We're all a bunch of jokers because intellectually we're moronic in this country. Our education has collapsed. So people have a priori notions without any evidence or logic. Visaka Vukku, Andhra Hakku. Picha alochana. Because intuitively man velipothunnadu. Enduko ento teliyadu. What is the benefit I get? In my district, East Godavari, Rajahmundry and Kakinada.
Yes.
Both the towns in my district, they both were fighting. Great patriots. Rajahmundry patriots and Kakinada patriots. Enduko? Where should the telecom office should be located, in Rajahmundry or Kakinada? They all thought they were truly patriotic. They were doing a great national service because the fellows fighting for Kakinada, fellows fighting for Rajahmundry. They were going on fast unto death. They were going on dharnas. I summoned them, I chided them because I had this stature and the credibility. I shut them up. Buddhile gaadi dallara. Phone kavalani korukondi, phone office ekkada chaste nikemandra. Adhava ani chepte chepte appudu noru moosaru. This is our country. Because so many silly notions are implanted in our minds right from childhood. Then the government, instead of blaming the people, also has an obligation to prepare the ground, have the appropriate political. There the government's failure is there. While their intentions are good, the laws are good. While they are not the full solution, but they are a part of the solution. The second part is the disgraceful politics and media, not only politics, media. We romanticize the movement without going into the content of the advocacy. Are these laws good or bad? If they're bad, in what way? If they're good, in what way? What needs to be done? None of us ever discussed it. Have you noticed it? We romanticize the way the movement was built because we are all Gandhian, great Gandhians, you see. See how beautifully in harsh winter in Delhi, they are all on the road, bichare. Why they are on the road, how stupid they are, that's irrelevant. How much they are suffering. So that's the way our psyche works. That's what is projected in the media. And of course, political parties were cynical. The very parties that articulated these laws, Manmohan Singh always said, farm sector liberalization, farm sector liberalization. Every idiot, if he had any iota of sense, knew that these laws were necessary. They are not sufficient. But all these fellows very conveniently said, from my friend and one-time Chela Arvind Kejriwal to Sonia Gandhi to everybody, all these jokers said farm laws, terrible, they must be scrapped. And the government lost the nerve because ultimately if you lose the election, they are not willing to pay that price. So what it means is in a democracy, A, you must be right, you must be logical. B, you must carry conviction, you must have credibility. C, you must structure it and strategize it well. And D, you must do it as non-threateningly as possible. P.V. Narasimha Rao took a 180-degree turn in some respects, but he always said, "Em ledaya, Nehru gar policies continue chestunna ante." It's a lie, but make it non-threatening, soft. Don't say I'm doing something dramatic. Then there will be resistance.
Imposing.
Vajpayee did very big things. New pension scheme, without a majority in parliament, with 30 parties coalition. FRBM law, soft, non-threatening, consensual approach. All these are important. It's not enough that a ruler is right. Ruler should be right. So on both sides, there are failings. But in this case, more from the opposition than the ruling party. And when they try to do the right thing, the tactical failure should not cost the country dearly. What does Modi lose? He has nothing to lose after all. It is the country that is losing. Therefore, the opposition cannot be forgiven for their recklessness. Then, or about the OPS, or about 3 lakh rupees loan waiver, or about everything free, without a word about economic growth or fiscal discipline or health of the public finances. That means they are pretending as if there is no tomorrow. I don't care, I will get into power at any cost today. We are in a dangerous situation as a country. Earlier, at least Both the major parties are committed to economic growth and reasonable fiscal discipline. Even if there are some nuances here and there, on the big goals, there was unanimity. Today, that unanimity is gone. Therefore, India is in grave danger. I'm an optimist. I believe we can weather it, overcome it, but we are in really grave danger because only one party is committed to economic growth, but in other respects, they are as bad as these fellows. Other party cannot mount a credible moral challenge because they have no agenda. Then we have a serious problem in our democracy. Either the other party wins and destroys India's economy, or this party will be unchallenged, they'll become even more arrogant, and their negative impulses will become dominant. Either way, the country is going to suffer. On big issues, there must be broad unanimity. India's economic growth, education, healthcare, rule of law, improving the electoral system instead of this ugliness you are seeing in these by-elections and elsewhere. Even if you can't do it everything overnight, there must be broad agreement that yes, we'll do what best we can, given the circumstances. If there also you don't agree, anything goes, then we're in danger, no matter who wins.
Like and subscribe Eagle Media Works.